Yo, what's up guys, TheInsaneGamefreak here to bring you another Naruto related video. Holy shit, what is wrong with me today? I guess we're pushing out Naruto videos. Actually, this wasn't even intended, but there's something I kind of want to address for Shippuden as a series. And I'm going to just say I'll probably put this as a video response to Wano Sasuke, because that's the video that kind of spurred this on. Essentially, Wano Sasuke made a video, and I found this hilarious. Now, how much I end up agreeing with Wano's opinion, considering when I first met Wano, I couldn't fucking stand the guy. I mean, I think our first meeting was arguing, and that was like 4 years ago? 4? 3? I don't even fucking know. 3? He was like one of the first people I ended up arguing with on the internet. It's amazing how much we kind of agree on opinions now. Weird. That's... Time is a funny thing. Anyways, he made a video pretty much kind of mentioning this news article that Kishimoto is like, we're at the end of the series, essentially. Like, it's a pretty high chance that fucking the war is it. Like, after the war, we're done. No more Naruto. That's kind of where we're at in the mindset. And Wano Sasuke's discussion is kind of revolving around how if you're not a Naruto the character fan, or like a Uchiha character fan, do you feel like you got trolled or betrayed, and how he had half-ass writing for the war and all that stuff? And for the most part, I kind of agree with it. But I'm not gonna like go into. I'm putting this as a response because it spurred the idea. But the idea is kind of what is your view on Shippuden as a whole? That's what this video is. What is your view on Shippuden as a whole? And then as a side note, you can also say, what is your view of Naruto as a whole? Like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. And then we'll go with the canon and not the filler for obvious reasons. And this is where I'm at, because I'm kind of like dead faced with Naruto at this point. Like I've mentioned this multiple times, and this kind of brings up this reason why I stopped doing chapter reviews for Naruto. People could tell in my Naruto and One Piece chapter reviews I was optimistically higher for One Piece than I was Naruto, and it's kind of jarring to do two different varying reviews. And if I had kept doing them now, Punk Hazard versus like this part of the war, I would have looked like such a biased fucker. It would have been ridiculous. Plus that I don't like reviewing chapters that like are meh with me. Almost all of like the latest Naruto chapters have been meh. And then Shonen Jump Alpha, I just got to the whole infamous 589 chapter a lot of people were pissed off at. And yeah, just meh. Like, and that's actually just get into the meat of the discussion. How do I feel about Shippuden? I feel Shippuden is honestly a step down from Naruto, because Naruto had me on a hype level. I was excited to see new things. I was excited to see where we were going. And we got to Shippuden, and Shippuden takes out two things I can't stand. Puts two things in the story that I can't stand. For one, it severely shot down the comedy. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, Naruto wasn't that comedic to begin with, but at the same time, I like the fact that I can laugh at Naruto. I can't even think of a blatantly funny moment. The last funny moment I can think of in Naruto is like in the Kushina arc, where like Naruto tries to fuck with Killer Bee with the sexy jutsu, or when Kushina hits the shit out of her son because Naruto thought that fucking Kushina was the Nine-Tails Fox, like human incarnate. Like, those are like the two blatant funny scenes. Not saying that Naruto doesn't have any funny scenes, because you have the Konohamaru shit and the Sakura jokes, and even Sai's jokes. Not saying there isn't funny, but it was severely toned down, and it kind of took me out of it. The second problem is that it starts off so fucking slow. Like, it's not even like, I'm not saying the Rescue Girl arc is bad. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I'm just saying it's slow, and it's boring for a little while. It picks up, but I mean, honestly, the first arc of Shippuden isn't necessarily the most revered arc of Shippuden. So it had like a slow start, and then we just kind of went into more serious shit, and I kind of just stopped. I stopped getting excited. I wasn't looking forward to what was coming next, because it was just kind of like, so we're gonna beat an Akatsuki member here, beating Akatsuki, like literally, that's all Shippuden has been, beating Akatsuki members. That's all Shippuden has been, like Sasuke plot shit and then beating Akatsuki members. And I was just kind of like, I knew this would be a part of the story, but I would kind of wish that it wasn't just that. And I think Iwata said it in his video. It was like, I think Kishimoto's just getting tired of Naruto, which it's painfully obvious in his writing because he kind of just, he doesn't care really that much anymore. Like, you can kind of see, because like Naruto Part 1 to me was like ultimate hype. And honestly, when it boils down to it, Shippuden's not bad. I don't think Shippuden's bad, but Shippuden's kind of at the point now where I'm actually debating whether I would still recommend it to people. Why? Because most people, Naruto isn't like One Piece. From what I heard from One Piece, Luffy is actually some people's favorite character. Naruto isn't necessarily like most Naruto fans aren't fans of Naruto. Most Naruto fans are fans of like Kakashi, or fucking Itachi, or fucking Tobi, or Madara, or fucking Sasuke, or fucking or even the other rookie side characters like Neji and fucking Lee and fucking I don't want to say Hinata, maybe Hinata. I mean, it's like Naruto isn't like the highest point for people. So like, if you go through part 1, like I will honestly say this right now, if you go through part 1 and you don't really give a shit about Naruto other than his main character shit, you're probably not gonna like part 2 purely just because part 2, it's so Naruto Sasuke heavy, which is the other thing that I hated. Naruto Part 1 didn't have this overlining theme and didn't have this problem of redundancy through it. Honestly, even though the Sasuke shit isn't brought up all the time, it's brought up enough that you're constantly aware it's there, and it's fucking annoying. I'm sorry. I didn't have to deal with Naruto still chasing Sasuke through part 1. It was literally just a normal rivalry and everything was cool. People didn't think Naruto was gay for Sasuke in part 1. There were yaoi fan pairings, but there wasn't like, we didn't legitimately... Part 2's shit with Sasuke is so bad that there are actually discussion videos questioning whether Naruto is gay or not. And people have just kind of decided that Sasuke is gay. Like, that's bad. That's really fucking bad when that's such a blatant switch. And it's not even like, and that's my whole thing. It's like, I don't hate Shippuden, but I'm at this point of Shippuden that it's like, this ending is so just dead, I don't want to read anything else past this war. I'm not even joking. Let's pretend like Naruto was going to keep going. Would you read past this fucking war? Because I don't want to read past the war. I don't want him to do the what if and fun stories after everything has happened, so it's fucking redundant and there's no sense of tension or build up anymore. It's like you defeated Tobi and everything is fine. Let's go have some fun side stories now. I'm like, no, damn it. You do that in the middle of arcs so things don't feel bogged the fuck down. And it's like, I don't hate Shippuden, but it's just really, to me it's underwhelming. And it's kind of disappointing. Not severely disappointing, but it's kind of disappointing. Like, okay, look at this. I am more excited for the Road to Ninja movie than I am for the war right now. Why? Because in the fucking Road to Ninja movie trailer we got, like, I think earlier last week, we got this 30-second teaser trailer. We get to see Kushina, like the Uzumaki family interacting. That is more interesting to me. That in itself is more interesting than the fucking war. We saw Tenten fighting Hidan, and my brain was like, that would have been a kick-ass fight instead of having Shikamaru fight him, because Shikamaru was already a well-established, grounded character in terms of development and mindset. Tenten hasn't done shit! And what makes me mad is that Tenten in the movie is supposed to be clumsy. So it's like, a clumsy Tenten is fighting fucking Hidan. And I'm not, I know a lot of people are like, oh, she might not win. It's like, I don't even care if she might not win. The fact that she's fighting Hidan, and she's at a lower level than the fucking Tenten in the canon, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, really? And that's bad. And you know what? It's really bad when your movie makes your canon looks bad. And that's what, I bet that's what this movie is going to do. The 10th anniversary movie is going to make the canon look bad. And if it does that, I'm going to just be like, this is sad. You put more effort into a movie than you did the fucking canon. With the canon you've been fucking writing for like 10 years. Why would you do that? Not saying the movie can't. To me, it's like it should be like Strong World. It should be like as good as the canon. It shouldn't be better than the canon by that level. And I feel like this movie might be better than the canon. And that's just kind of the movie thing to kind of throw that in there. But like, as Naruto as a whole, because Shippuden to me is underwhelming. It's been underwhelming since, I would say it's been underwhelming since the beginning. Like, I mean, let me explain to you my history with Shippuden. When Naruto, I found out the episodes were filler, I skipped the filler and was like, let's go to Shippuden, and I dropped Shippuden. I couldn't even get past the first fucking arc in Shippuden in Japanese. That was before it was even dubbed. I couldn't get past the first arc in Japanese. And so I dropped Shippuden, and then I just took a break from Naruto until I didn't get back into Naruto until Hidana Kakazu. And then even that, I had to like go back and I had to read the manga, and I didn't catch up with the manga until Pain. Yeah, I caught it right before Jiraiya's death. Like, I've dropped Shippuden numerous times. I'm even behind on the anime episodes. That's how fucking bad it is. Because I don't, and it's sad because and the whole thing about the war, you know, as much as we didn't get to see fights with the characters we would like to see, I will honestly say I kind of prefer the Naruto fights and the early war fights to what we got now, because I don't care about fucking. I never cared about the Itachi Kabuto fight. That was bullshit. The Madara fight just seems really redundant now. I kind of don't give a shit about that fight now. And I mean, yeah, the Muay Thai stuff was quick, but I enjoyed the fight. I enjoyed the Mifune versus Hanzo fight. I even enjoyed the Dari fight, even though, you know, Samui got fucked over. Also, by the way, Samui's brother, I think, holds the fucking record for the quickest fuck, like for the most worthless character, because the nigga's introduced in that fight, to my knowledge, and then he's introduced to show what the power of the fucking enemy is. Because he's the first nigga to get sucked into a gourd. And he literally gets introduced and fucked over in the same chapter. And I'm like, wow, that is dickish. That is mean. Why would you do that to a character? And then Samui, I felt bad, even though she has no character, but I kind of still felt bad for Samui, which is why I'm probably not going to look forward to that anime episode. But then again, I can't really feel bad for a character I don't know anything fucking about, because... Oh yeah, and I think that's the other thing about Naruto as a series that will piss you off, and the thing that kind of makes me hate the first part a little bit, and not hate the first part because the first part's bad, hate the first part because the first part cock teases you with all these different fighting styles and having all these side characters fight, only for you to see very, very, very fucking little of that. We get to see Neji jacked up on power with the fucking air bombs, and we never see him actually use that in a serious fight. Shikamaru really hasn't. I think Shikamaru's like the only other side character that actually got like some type of beast power up. And even his new moves, people aren't like, holy shit, those are awesome new moves. It's just kind of like, Shikamaru's cool, and I like Shikamaru. That's what it boiled down to. I think the only other character you could say is called Hamaru. Everyone else just kind of pander off, which really pisses me off, because I like a lot of the side characters. Don't make the final canon arc in the first part show off all these fucking characters, and that be a cock tease to see, and then you're like, time skip. I'm like, oh shit, well, we saw these awesome characters do these epic things in this fucking arc, and then never show any of that shit again. I think that's one of the, and it kind of just boils into my hatred of the series now, because that's a part of it now, that you teased us with potential fights, and then you teased us with potential badass characters, and then just said fuck them. And I think in the comments people were like, oh, I'm surprised Tenten's doing anything. People don't realize Tenten's a competent character. It's just that Kishimoto doesn't do anything with her. I think almost all the rookies are competent in their own ways. It's just they didn't do anything with them. I think Kiba, ironically, I think Kiba has probably gotten the biggest amount of flack out of all the characters. He got his ass whooped twice, but he lost to Naruto with a fart, and he got saved by fucking Kankuro, which in that point of the series, Kankuro wasn't even taken seriously as a character. Kankuro was more badass than Kiba. What the fuck? Like, and I'm kind of rambling in this, but you gotta understand. I don't hate the series, but I would say at the end of Naruto, even like he could fix the rest of this war, and I still wouldn't give a shit because I don't think Shippuden as a whole is amazing. I think it's average. I think that's where I put it. I put it's average. It has good moments, padded out with a whole bunch of bullshit or a lot of boring shit or a lot of fucking cliched shit. Because when you really think about what Shippuden is attacking Akatsuki members. That's all the fuck Shippuden is. Every arc, you're fighting an Akatsuki member. Every arc. I'm trying to think of an arc you're not fighting. No, you're fighting an Akatsuki member every fucking arc. Every goddamn arc. Deidara, Sasori, which I also find it retarded if we fight Deidara twice. And then Itachi, and then Kisame, and Pain, and fucking... Am I missing somebody? Kakuzu and Hidan, and Conan, which she didn't do anything except for get killed. And I was like, you made her look badass and then she died. And I was like, why would you do that to the character? Let her be useful. I would like to see Conan fight in the war. Because I know Jay likes that character. I probably could have liked that character more too if we had saw more of her. But I don't know. Like, honestly, when it boils down to it, by the end of Naruto, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to feel about the series. And it's probably just going to be fucking... It's a pretty good series, and then it just drops into mediocrity by the end of it. So overall, it's like an average to mediocre series. And that just depends on which characters you like, honestly. But even as a story, I think it goes from... Because that whole... And even fucking with Naruto's character with the whole Destiny thing in part 2, I was like... So you made him a character that's relatable to Lee, which kind of made those characters correlate and why I like Naruto, and then you made him a character that was destined to be the savior and destined to be the Hokage. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like part 1 Naruto needs to beat the shit out of part 2 Naruto on some you fucked my character up shit. Because that's what he did. He fucked his character up. At least on that end. So, this is just a little bit of a ramble and a rant, but that's just my whole thing. Like, I think part 1 is good. I think fucking part 2 is mediocre. So it probably translates to probably about average, gearing towards mediocre, depending on what characters you like. And I feel bad that all the originality seems to have just went into part 1, and then part 2 just kind of bored the shit out of me. I mean, part 2 made me drop the damn series like twice. That's bad. And it's bad that one of my favorite arcs in Shippuden is one of the last arcs in the series. One of my favorite arcs is fucking Kushina. I would probably say Kushina, the Kushina shit was my favorite arc because you gave me comedy with Killer Bee and Naruto, and you gave me cool interaction with the fucking Kyuubi and fucking Kushina. And I was like, that's my Naruto arc. Fuck this depressing ass bullshit. But at this point I'm just rambling. If you don't want to, I mean, that's just me. Please leave thoughts and comments. I'm hoping to get some decent video responses. I know this seems like a redundant ass topic, and I apologize. But there's something I have to wait before I can upload the video I really want to upload. So you could kind of say this is kind of like a middle ground video. To get some chatter on, plus that people are kind of like, you should do more Naruto videos. So that's essentially what it is for me. So this has been the Insane Game Freak. Life's a game, play to win, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.